Hello, everyone, and once again, welcome to Hack the Mountains 3.0. On behalf of the entire HTM team, I, Samriddhi, would like to welcome you all to this community based hackathon where we are regularly conducting such workshops and webinars, including HTM Qubits, in order to strengthen your skills as developers and to help you perform better in the upcoming hackathon. Today, we have a special session, and we are going to have a webinar presentation by Mr. Samba Siva Suda, who is a master architect, solution designer, and developer at Godspeed. He is going to give us an introduction to Godspeed. And before we start, I'd like to encourage our viewers to post as many comments and questions that they can, and Sir will answer them as soon as possible. So, without further delay, I welcome Sir to HTM. Over to you, sir.
Hey, hi all. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Hi. Yeah. So, could you introduce Ayush also? So,
Oh,
she
yes,
may.
sir, of course. So we have another presenter today, Mr. Ayush Ghai, and he is also going to be talking today about Godspeed. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Samriddhi. Hi, everyone. Yes. So, Samba, maybe I start the
Yeah, sure.
conversation. Yes. So, hi, everybody. My name is Ayush Ghai, and I'm the CEO at Godspeed. And Samba is my partner and chief architect in Godspeed, and he's the technical genius in the team. We are both engineers, and since last 20 years around, we've been in engineering field from computer science background from IIT Kanpur. And we've been working in various enterprise companies, startups, and as developers, then as team leads, and then also as architects and entrepreneurs doing our own startups as well. So in this entire period of 20 years, there are various pains and troubles we faced in the journey, and that's where we want to make a solution for ourselves, um, and solution that we can use. Uh-huh. Camera is on.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There's some technical glitch, is it? Right now the camera is on.
Um, Samba, sir, are you able to see Mr. Ayush?
No.
Hmm, wait. Some technical glitch, it seems. Let me try
Okay.
to rejoin. Maybe Samba, you can continue to talk about the background. No? Shall I rejoin, Samriddhi?
Okay. We can try. We can try that, sir.
Okay.
Samba, sir, would you like to talk at the moment? Oh,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah. Right.
Ayush, sir, we can see you now.
Oh, okay, great. All
Okay.
right. Okay, here I am. Nice. Okay. ठीक है जी. So yes. So basically, yeah. So what we felt in this journey is that we repeat the same things in every engineering project. Any engineering project, Samriddhi, is about two parts. Uh, one is your back end, and the other is your front end. The front end is your
Yes.
what users see on the mobile screen or on the website. The back end is what happens behind the scenes, on the cloud, as you would have
Hmm.
heard the word. Okay, all your data is stored there, your servers are sitting there. So we were
Okay.
mostly in back-end engineering. And during this journey, we realized, that we repeat same problems all the time. We encounter same kind of work every time in every project, and we have to do lot of labor work and spade work every time, things that can be avoided. So that's why we started to make a solution for ourselves first, which we as an engineering company and products company, we could use these frameworks to make our products faster and better. Okay,
Okay.
where the
Okay.
work of developer is really reduced by 80% at least, and
How?
even young developers from colleges can pick things up very fast and sort of make awesome backends in no time at all.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, it takes you, 15 years, 10 years to learn things and get to this place where you could make really good backends.
So
So this is the shortcut.
You are
Sorry.
going to drastically change this scenario here. 10 to
Yes,
15 years
absolutely.
in a few months. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Ekdam. And yes, so basically, we are giving people a shortcut to
Okay.
make
Yes.
amazing products. Okay,
Mhm.
that's why the name is Godspeed. So
I see.
right? In English, it's a
It's a
blessing, no?
wonderful
Like
name. Yes,
Godspeed is a blessing,
yes.
right? And it literally means you go at good speed and get your mission accomplished, right? So
Yes,
Godspeed. So
it's a
yeah, this
wonderful
is what product is about. Yes, yes.
name.
So shall I quickly take us through a presentation sharing, the pains and the troubles, So what we have come up with today is that there are many, young students sitting here in the audience right now. Hi, everyone, you joined here and you are attending it. So, for all of us, we are from engineering backgrounds, and Samba and I have been in your place long ago. So, we really understand what you're going through right now, probably second, third, fourth year of your college. And you are looking forward to an exciting journey ahead in your life, in your career, where you could become independent and start earning on your own and also become good engineers, and feel good about your accomplishment in your journey, right? So everybody wants to do great projects and you want to do startups also. So what we are going to present today is a summary of our journey so far and the problems we faced and solution we are bringing forward. And there are many things you would not have even heard about before. So it's going to be very educational experience as well. Next 15 minutes, 20 minutes as Samba and I present this. And then we will open it up for Q&A, and in fact, if any of you have any questions, feel free to post them right here in the chat and at any time. And we can see your chat and we may just answer any time on your questions. So let's keep it as a good exchange and let's keep high energy, everybody. So high energy in this session and as well understand what Godspeed is about, how it can help you in your life, in your career as a backend engineer. Even in the hackathon, we have a track with exciting prizes. So if you use Godspeed in this hackathon, you will learn a lot about how to make good backends and also about Godspeed. Plus, in hackathon, the benefit will be that instead of taking let's say 20 hours you put in building your backend, you will take maybe 2 or 3 hours to do it. Rest of the 18 hours you can take to make your user interface for your submission. So it will save you a lot of effort and time and give a very good quality output with no bugs or actually almost no bugs at all. So let's go through it. Samba, would you like to add anything? And yes, also
Absolutely.
introducing Samba, my friend since many years
Sure.
and my old colleague. Yeah, yeah. Samba, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, let's start with the backend. Okay. So actually, you would have heard about this backend, right? So mostly, so the people started writing backends. Then there are generally three-tier architecture. Like there is web server, there is application server, and there is a database. After that is evolved into entire architecture. There is a cache in between and all. So generally, this is called the monoliths of the world. The problem is it's not scaling. Okay, the internet scale, for example, systems like Facebook, Google, and all. So it is that monolith architecture. It's not scaling. Okay, then people started with service-oriented architecture. They're trying to divide the problem into small pieces. They generally called service. Actually, it's even divided into smaller chunks called microservice. Okay, so the entire backend is divided into standalone microservices. You can say each one has its own data store or cache in between, and it has a well-defined HTTP interface or APIs. Okay, actually, so our system or our framework is mostly just towards how can we develop easily microservices. Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So Samba will come to that with the architecture diagram as well later.
sure.
So Samba has, along with us prepared a whole architecture diagram, as you can see on the screen. So this is what we look at in more detail later. And let me tell you in advance that you are starting your career in backend engineering, right? Or you are a full stack developer. This is what you are going to do in your life and your work. What you see on the screen here. And if you understand these concepts well, you will do well in any job, in any startup, in making any product that you want to do. And this is where we want to help you out through our software and our training, which will start from October. So let me quickly take everybody through a presentation that we prepared, a nice presentation. Let's go through that. And
Yes, sir. Please share it.
yes, absolutely. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
ठीक है जी. So yeah, let's begin, everybody. We are
Yes,
ready,
sir.
Samriddhi?
Yes, sir. We are
Awesome.
very excited. Even I am excited to learn about this.
All right, let's go. So, okay, now, if you are in IT industry, then for any IT solution you are making, your backend is the backbone of your product, your app, or your solution. Okay, and building a backend on the cloud is an affair which nobody can avoid in IT industry. Okay, and every modern tech company, whether it's a tech giant like Apple or Facebook or Google, or it is a small startup of beginners and learners. Okay. So you need the distributed cloud environment, which we are showing in this architecture. Why do you need it? Because it gives you unlimited possibilities and great power. Okay. To do whatever you want to do, provided you get it right. Okay. And this it here is intentionally information technology. It, okay. Everywhere. Then if you get it right, you can achieve anything, right? And at this moment, you feel great. You're starting your careers that, yeah, wow, let's do it, let's make it happen. And then, you have a startup idea and you want to go build your small product. It has these bunch of requirements that you need to fulfill if you want to release a product to the market. So, let's say you have 200, 300 APIs and events functionalities to expose. You need documentation of your software. You need to write test cases of your software. Then you need to put the pipeline for deploying your software. Then you need to have observability on seeing that what is happening in your backend. How many users are logged in, how much is the response time per user, how much time it is taking. It's called observability. And then you also need to ensure security in your software, right? That it should prevent hackers from hacking your system. And for doing this, typically startups need a very skilled team. You know, you need developers who are at least 4 years experienced. And this is US salaries we put here of the kind of team you need and experience. This is the kind of team you need along with an architect like Samba, right? And your cost comes to around $100K a month, right? And it will take you around 6 months to build it, right? And again, another 12 months you maintain your software. So if you add all of these costs, it crosses $1 million. Okay. And $1 million in India, it will come to around $200,000 the cost if you hire Indian, developers. Okay. $200,000 is how much? It's 1.5 crore rupees. Okay. So on hearing this number at this point, millions of dreamers across the world, right? They just give up on it. Hey, it's not possible. And even these are students in colleges, you are all young, right? So for you it's beyond your imagination today to build a good cloud based backend like Facebook builds or Google builds, right? So it's beyond people's capability and people give up, and it feels very bad to give up on any dream in your life, doesn't it, Samriddhi? Feels bad to
Definitely.
give up, right? है ना? So
Definitely.
people who move on, right? People who cross this hurdle don't give up. The few of them, then they need to find the right team of talented people, right? People with few years of experience. And this is another big hurdle. How do you find a talented team, an experienced team within your budget, right? Then you start building it pieces by pieces. And there is so much work involved in the whole process. So many meetings, research, learning different databases, adding databases, putting those API endpoints, then validation of request, validation of response, right? And then ensuring security, and then calling third party APIs, authentication, authorization, monitoring, documentation, code reviews. It's just so much work to do that you barely find time to write the actual application logic. Okay. And you're always busy doing things around
Hmm.
the things, but you are very slow in building your features. So who has time for all of this, right? So millions of teams in the world, like the want to be startups, enterprises, NGOs, governments in the world, they struggle with it. Except for companies like LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, everybody, even big companies with 2,000 people are struggling with this on a daily basis in the world. Okay,
Yes.
many small people are shooting arrows in the dark. You get stuck over things again and again. You get stuck, and finally you manage to sort of release your startup, right? And with a big bang, and hey, I am releasing my product, my startup, right? But little does the world know your pain and your real situation behind the scenes. What it took to launch your product, sleepless
Yes.
nights, so many worries, such a big budget, lots of delays, right? And also a product which can have many bugs, right? But then it starts a journey, where you're often busy just fixing bugs in your product, right? You fix one bug, it leads to another bug. So, and this makes you slow in the end, right? So things, one thing leading to another, and you barely have time to build your product. So you make one fix, and then there is another problem that comes up, right? So sometimes you are on a holiday and your server crashes. Things
Yes.
like that also happen, right? So your app is down, and a small exception took your entire system down. All right. So, or in a sales meeting, giving a demo. So this is the problem of all startups and enterprises in the world. You have a certain dream, right? But your reality is different. Okay, जुगाड़ चल रहा है, जिसे कहते हैं इंडिया में, नहीं? So,
Yes.
this is, we want to go fast, we want to roll, but we are on a cycle with square wheels. That's our situation.
Okay.
So
Good
it is the
analogy.
same for, yeah, exactly. So it is the same for millions of startups around the world. And this is the problem everyone is facing. And before coming to solution, let me also say from an engineer standpoint of view, and maybe Samba can add something if he wants. It's a very long-winded journey to learn about so many technologies. One, that you have, it's such a long list. Every month there's new products coming in the market. Okay. Second thing, you have to be always around the clock available to make sure your servers are running. It is very painful as an engineer to lose your night's sleep because the servers are down or because your releases are down. So we want to solve this for it. So hence, Samba, would you like to add something to the problem statement?
Yes. So yeah, the complexity of the backend increased with the kind of experience people are expecting from our applications, whether it's mobile web applications. It's become so rich in terms of interactions, in terms of experience, or real-time communication. Okay, or you see that, right? It's a connected world. There's so much data is flowing, and the complexity increased exponentially. So at the same time, the technology is not coping up in a sense of, so you have to spend an enormous amount of time not only developing, managing that. Okay, so there are three things actually: developing, and after that you have to deploy, after that you have to manage. Okay, so we try to simplify this backend development, as well as the deployment, as well as the that monitoring part. Yeah.
Hmm, yes. So yeah, let's come to the solution. Let's have a look at details. So gone are the days when only the high-tech companies of the world, with the world's best engineers, talented and trained engineers and biggest budgets, could have the technology infra and best practices to make world-class products. While the majority of the tech ecosystem, which is all the students like you in the college, or all developers with, let's say, less than 10 years of experience, right? Plus all the startups of the world, and also many enterprises. So millions of people across the world face immense challenge. Don't you face challenge like as students to make your backends and servers a good quality implementation, right? So everybody faces these challenges in making their solutions. Millions don't start, millions fail on the way every year. Okay. So because of hurdles in, let's say, your learning curve of technology, you have to learn a lot. You have, need to get a good team, a talented team, and also budget, right? So how does it feel? It feels bad to startup founders also, and to all those people who fail in getting their products out in the market or maintaining good solutions, and then they lose out on the business, right? So this is where comes Godspeed. And we are the world's first low code solution and an integral low code solution, all in one low code solution for developing and running world class products using enterprise grade distributed cloud computing. So essentially, the word backend that we use, in today's term, it has become distributed cloud computing. So
Okay,
all
sir.
of your application is distributed across many servers across the cloud. Many services like Samba says doing small things. There's a service for raising invoices. There is a service for sending emails, and all of this is sitting separate on the cloud somewhere. Okay, and it is our solution is designed to make product development easy for everybody, joyful, so that instead of tension, you enjoy the process, okay? And fast, so that instead of taking 20 hours, you can do things in 2 hours. And good solution, which will not have bugs, and limitless. So now, if, for example, you as young beginners on this journey, there are many things you will not even imagine about doing, right? But using this solution, you will get the possibility of making just about anything you want to. So that, our goal is that everybody in the world can get an equal chance, equal opportunity, no matter what is their stage in their career, or as a startup in their budget, or their success, or they're a big company, small company. Everybody, their hurdles of technology, talent, and budget are gone. We want to take away the hurdles out of your life, that as backend engineers, as product visionaries, designers, creators, you can airlift your mission. Whatever you want to do, you can airlift it to heights you can't even dream today. That's what we want to do at God.
Wonderful, sir. Um,
Okay. Yes, Amrit.
we had some questions, but I was hoping you would complete your presentation first. Or would you like to
Acha.
hear them now?
The, we can quickly see. I'll see if there are some questions to be answered now, or else we can. I'll pick them up. Yes, Neha is asking how Godspeed helps us make things easy. Can you
Yeah.
please show me a demo how we can use the Godspeed in HTM3? All right, great. All right, if I'm a startup, how does Godspeed help me? Okay, Neha. So we will definitely see a demo. There's a video on our website. If you open our website, godspeed.systems, there's you will be taken to this videos that you can start seeing on our homepage. Right? Just click on this video. You will go to a playlist. It has introduction of things, okay? And here you will find a video which I will probably share in comments here, which will explain. If you go to a channel, okay, there's a how to make a to-do app video there. Okay, in this
This is
channel.
wonderful, sir. This will
Yeah,
be
yeah,
very
yeah.
helpful to our
So
viewers.
yes, yes. Creating a to-do app in 10 minutes with Godspeed. Okay. So yes. So you will see all of this. We will come to it. Okay. Let us just quickly tell about how we do it through presentation, and then let's talk about how we do it. Samba, is it possible for you to quickly show it on screen also later? Do you have it, a project in front of you? Okay. ठीक है. Okay. So let's quickly look at the solution. Alright. So yeah, so we started to solve it ourselves. Okay. So how does Godspeed help you? Have a look at this list. Firstly, we have a microservice framework in which you can quickly make microservices. Okay. Along with it, your CRUD API is auto-generated. All you need to do is define your tables in the database, and your API will be live on its own with one command.
Okay.
You don't have to code and make your APIs. All right. Second, your test suite is also auto-generated. Your Postman collection and documentation is auto-generated. And all your deployment stuff is auto-generated to deploy the things. All right. So this saves a lot of time, so that you don't have to do things on your own. So with this, you can make anything: web app, mobile app, internal tools, new backends, improve existing backends. You can provide these kind of microservices on the right. Provide CRUD APIs. What is CRUD? Create, read, update, and delete over a database or another API. Okay.
Okay.
And over a SQL database, no SQL database. So using Godspeed, you can integrate various kinds of database, make search apps, make gateways, and any kind of microservice you want. All right. So one of our clients is Pine Labs. It's a big fintech firm in India. So, they wanted to build a service with 30 endpoints. It had REST events, Kafka, and, message bus, and also webhooks. And they needed to do these bunch of things within that microservice. Their estimation was it will take us 8% weeks to build this. And when we built with Godspeed, we took 2% weeks to, which is a
Wow.
4x
Okay.
productivity. Yeah, yeah. This
Yeah.
is real data. So basically, they achieved a 4x speed in their product. All right. And what was the quality? They say it was excellent. They love the quality. So far, not one bug has come out, uh, Samriddhi. Not even one bug came out since we
That
launched
is
it.
excellent. That is like
Mhm.
wonderful. I
Yes,
don't
yes.
have proper
So how?
adjectives to describe this. Okay.
Yes, I think you as a startup owner would love to hear this, no? So even if you don't know technology. So
Yes,
how is your
definitely.
productivity enhanced as a developer, right? So it was asked, no, how does Godspeed help us make it fast, right? So
Hmm.
this is because of these reasons. Firstly, it's a low code solution. Low code means less coding required.
Okay.
Okay. In order to do things, you need to code very less. Where you would write 1,000 lines to make something with Godspeed 20 lines. Okay,
Okay.
that's one big difference. Why? Because of the abstractions that we have. Everything for you is abstracted out. Many things are abstracted out. Then you write lesser lines of code, which means lesser errors because you have done lesser work, right? So
Definitely.
lesser testing to do, lesser bugs, and lot of auto magic. Godspeed does many things for you without you having to do it. And in the end, a small learning curve. It is very easy to learn Godspeed. You just need to know JavaScript, TypeScript, or CoffeeScript, one of these languages, which most of people in colleges know today, JavaScript and TypeScript, and you can get started very fast. This is why it saves a lot of time, and there are many features. I think Neha asked this question. How does it help us fast? Because of these reasons, and all of these features, which I will not go in detail right now in this session, but they basically make life very easy for. They just come out of the box. The same project of 10 microservices, if you build without Godspeed, you are not even sure if you'll be able to implement it with good quality. Okay. But if you
Okay.
work with Godspeed, even as a new developer with just a few days of experience, you will start giving excellent output. After first or second microservice, you will be excellent in what you give as an output. So, what is the value of that? It's infinite. Having a good product for your startup has infinite value, right? And then your time from 6 months will come down to 6 weeks. What is the value of that in your life? It is infinite, right? Now, from $1 million, you will come to actually, I have put $250,000. It will be less than $100,000 that your total budget will be after using Godspeed. So, of course, companies will pay us also as Godspeed when they use our software commercially. But overall, still they end up saving at least three-fourths of their technology budget. So this basically helps anybody with idea who first would give up things on hearing, hey, I have to spend $1 million for this. No, you can get that thing done in less than 10% of that budget using Godspeed. That's our aim as a company. Okay. So effectively, and there are more things like the pricing about the product and all I'm offering. So this is the value we offer. It's infinite, we believe, and we want to make it friendly for everybody with any budget. That's our mission in the company. So pricing is as per the size of the company and how much you use the product. Okay. And second, we give all features to everybody. There is no differentiation between a free version and a paid version. And you also need people. Now this is the other part which is interesting for developers, right? For all of you who are listening this, why you should try Godspeed. Okay, not just that you become a better and a faster developer, but also because you get various jobs and professional opportunities if you join the Godspeed community. If you become a certified developer on Godspeed, you will be regarded as a skilled professional, which other companies can hire for consulting, support, and development. You can do it while in your college, part time, where you would take 100 hours to build something, take 10 hours and keep building those things. And as well, you can earn part time or even full time using this. And, our we are offering not just the technology stack, but an ecosystem of partnership in which there are three main players. First is Godspeed itself, we. Second is all our clients who want something to be done. Okay, all the startups who want to make something. Third is the community of developers open source projects, startups, and enterprise partners in the ecosystem. So the community, which is you people who are attending this and making products on Godspeed track, okay? You are the community as users and developers of Godspeed. You will be providing services to these clients, these NGOs. So we want to train developers across the world and give them employment opportunities on our marketplace where you can be hired across different kinds of companies from the globe. And you can also make solution softwares and you can sell it on the marketplace and earn royalty for your lifetime. And companies basically, they get marketplace from a software, and whatever revenue comes from this entire cycle, we want developers to be our partners in long run. So whatever profit and income is generated from all projects and also all the license income that we gain from Godspeed, a part of it will be shared with our developer community. So if somebody is an active developer with Godspeed, even if they are not actively working on projects but contributing in other ways, they will also earn from the revenue made by the community. So every member will earn, and potentially for their lifetime, a passive income can be generated by being part of this community. Okay. So, we want to create value for everybody in the world. That's our mission. And for all the long time to come. Yeah. So this is with vision with which we are inviting everybody. And this is our model of Godspeed plus community, which is you all, developers. We want to be empowered together. Okay. You plus Godspeed, where together we provide to our clients advice, consultation, where it will take you 5 years, will take you in 3 to 6 months in that case. And you can actually start advising companies on how to make stuff. And we provide technology software solutions, hand-holding support. We also make projects for them. We just develop things. And also we provide certification in our community for people to pick up stuff. So our goal is to grow together. The community grows, we grow, our clients grow, and clients, as they grow, they pay us more and more. When they are small, they pay us less. Okay. Or they get credits. And may all of us grow together. That's our vision at Godspeed. Yeah. So now we can quickly look at the question. Yeah. So, Krish, I hope your question, I am a startup, how Godspeed helped me. So I feel you got an answer there. Anna. I hope it is satisfactory, and you can go to our website and check more about it. It's godspeed.systems. Our website is godspeed.systems. You can learn more about it, and link would be shared in the hackathon. Then second, Neha, yes, let us show you a demo quickly. Samba, would you have something ready to quickly explain them, take through a sample project?
No,
And Neha, to
I
answer, you don't have, no problem. So Neha, there's this video, how to make a to-do app. Samriddhi, I can paste the link here. How do we share it with people? Or you will send this across later on the mailing list?
And no, sir, you won't be able to paste the link, but Monica can do that. Maybe
So
if you
no
could.
problem. I think you can send this later. And by the way,
Yes.
Neha, let me just guide you to this post. I wonder if HTM has already shared it. If you go to our forum, there's this post called the Hack the Mountain track. Okay. I suggest everyone go to this post, open it up, and here you will see everything about the track of Hack the Mountain. Here we have told you how do you get started. Okay. This everything will tell you about how to get started with Godspeed. All right. And there are prizes and benefits also we have put out here. So there's a 15,000 rupees prize for the best entry, 5,000 rupees for the all the other entries that we choose as second entry, second best. Let us say it could be more than one. And plus, there are credits of up to 10 lakh rupees for your future startup. Okay, so we will select these projects that we feel really learned Godspeed and did a good implementation. You get up to 10 lakh rupees of credits for your startup. Okay, basically it means that for 2 years you can forget about your technology cost. You can really go forward with your startup very fast. Then we are also offering internships with Godspeed. So these are part-time, full-time internships with certifications. You will become a cloud engineer as well with us. And there's a stipend also. If we some selected interns will also get stipend depending on our conversation. And there's a possibility you may also get a PPO. within 3 to 6 months. And then apart from it, you will get a certification as a cloud engineer. All right, you will learn with us in next 3 months, and with these skills, you will be able to sit and crack any interview in the world. Let me add, as a backend engineer. So yes, and this is a paid certification, but for all the good entries, the proper submissions of the project, all the good submissions, doesn't matter if you're a winner or not, you will get a free entry into this course for 3 months. And yes, along with it, you will get listed on our marketplace, and you may start getting paid work as a Godspeed consultant, and you can put it on your LinkedIn profile also. So those are the perks. We have said already, how do you get started? First step is read the documentation. There is a documentation. You can go to the documentation and you can get started. Okay. How do you want to set it up? The project setup is here. You can click on this, go to getting started. There are steps, things you need to install, Node.js and everything, and how to start your project. All right. Then there is also this, all of this documentation is there, which explains everything about Godspeed. You can understand. But to start with, you can just go to YouTube channel and also open up the video called Creating a To-Do Microservice in 10 minutes with Godspeed. All right. So in this track, what is the process that we are going to follow? You will find everything out here. So you also you can join us on our Discord. I've put all the links here. Okay. Getting started link, our Discord link where you can chat with us and ask your questions. We are present. And basic concepts that you need to know as a backend engineer. Okay. Very basic stuff like what is REST, what is Open API spec, what is Postman, what is a relational, non-relational database, what is Git, stuff like that you need to know, very basic stuff. Then there's a process of how to submit it, your entries, and then you will be required to make your entry during the hackathon, your product, right? What we will be looking at is that you made a complete backend. Okay, that's most important for us, that your backend was running on Godspeed, and your test cases must pass, and documentation must be there. It is auto generated. It will be very easy for you to do it, and later you make a blog or a video log about your solution, how you made using Godspeed. So all the people who use this track eventually need to submit the blog or a video or both, sharing how you implemented your backend with Godspeed. Okay, and with this you will submit it, and then we will come out with results within 1 week of the hackathon. All right. So yes, this is about the basic introduction. Um, yeah, thank you, Krish, sir. You are very inspiring. All right, thank you very much. Yes, Krish. So uh, yeah, we are just doing it to make our lives easy and to make your life also easy. And if you all guys, you feel that you require more training with us, then feel free to reach out on Discord. We can conduct a separate training session with you also, where we take you through personally. We can do one more session on Hack the Mountains. And any other questions that you have? Neha, I hope uh, I'm able to answer your question. There is this video that you can see, right? How you can open Godspeed. So in this video, Ashutosh is our team member. He's first create using a Godspeed command line to create a new project. Okay, and then once he creates the project, he goes into that folder, and then this is the structure of the folder, how it looks like. Okay, so you have functions and events. Hello. Yes. So before we come down to this, right, I will like to explain the concept of events, data sources, and functions. Let us look at this architecture diagram. All right. So this is what you will be broadly doing in the project. There will be events, there will be workflows, there will be data sources. In event will be your REST API, most probably, that I'm sure most of you are using REST API, but you can also use message bus of Kafka. Okay. When an event comes, like a REST API call is made, it will trigger a function or a workflow in your microservice. Okay. And then within this function or workflow, you will be calling your data stores. either a MongoDB, Postgres, or something like that, SQL or NoSQL database, or you will be calling third-party APIs, right? This is what you do. You will then collect the response and send back the response to your client, a mobile app or a web app, right? So this is the whole life cycle of your product backend development that we will make it easy out, right? So once you go here and you go to the project, so Ashutosh is explaining how you go ahead and you need to know Prisma for creating your backend database. Okay, he will explain events, functions, mapping, and then as you go forward, you simply in the end need simple command lines. You all you need to do is define your schema, Prisma schema. First, with event schema, this is how you define an endpoint. Let's say hello world. So you'll see hello world.http.get. Within that, I'm calling the function com.jfs.hello world. And this is my input that in the parameters, I require that within the query, there should be a string called status. Okay. And in the output, if it is a successful response, I'll give a 200 status code and I will return the greeting. So you defined your schema of input and output. So once you go further ahead, he explains all of this, then you basically write your work. This is again another schema. He's showing a more complex example where you are calling a post endpoint, another workflow.http.post. Okay. So you define your API endpoints with their schema that this post request will take a body, and there's a JSON schema standard that all of you need to learn in the industry. Okay, so using JSON schema standard, you specify the content of your body, you give the content of your parameters of the request, then you also tell about your response, right? Once you have done that, then next you come to defining your tables, right? So they are defined using Prisma, all right, which is again an open source project which helps you integrate various databases like Postgres, MySQL, MongoDB with just one way of doing things. You don't need to learn the separate integrations of these databases. Okay, so here he's defining in his to-do app the tasks and the status and his tables, whatever he needs. So once he defines these tables, all he needs to do is then go to the command line and he will say Godspeed Prisma DB push. Is creating the tables in the database, and next, once this table is generated, he runs the command of generating the CRUD API. So he will now next give the command of running the CRUD API. Godspeed generate CRUD API, as you can see. This way has now created all the events of Godspeed and all the functions that he needs to empower his CRUD API on the to-do app. This is all he did. Create the schema, run this command, all your API is up, and your test suite is up and your project is live now. You can run it straight away and deploy it. So this, if your project in the hackathon mostly involves just having a database and doing create, read, update, delete over it, then you can do it within half an hour with Godspeed. All you need to do is before the hackathon, prepare your data model. Like what is your Prisma schema like? You need to be sure about what will be your schema, and using this open source project Prisma, you will be able to define it during hackathon, and with one command line, your backend will be live. So you focus only on a user interface. Yeah. So this is a little bit from my side. Samba, would you like to add anything?
Absolutely. So these three abstractions, events, workflows, and data sources. See, the microservice generally you'll know about the APIs, but where is this events coming from? Okay. So not only microservices responding to the HTTP requests or HTTP APIs. HTTP API also the three types of three styles of APIs. One is REST, second one is gRPC, third is GraphQL. There are SOAP and all, but forget about them. So, but general these are generally HTTP APIs. But there are other set of microservices generally serving event-driven architecture. So, what is an event? Event could be a message from your message bus or message queue, or event could be from some other microservice. You just uh, sending some event through WebSockets. It's not from message bus, but that mechanism it's using is WebSockets. Okay. So you had to react to that. That is what event driven architecture is. So microservices not only serving the request response, the HTTP request and response, they're also reacting to the events. So that is why we are trying to unify that HTTP request response as well as this event driven architecture into one common abstraction. That's why we're calling it as event. HTTP request is also an event. Message from message bus also is an event, or message from WebSockets is also an event. Then after event, what happens generally? So there is a bunch of business logic. Most of the time, you'll go and get data from your database. You will do simple transformation, and you'll send back that response or emit an event. When I say response also you can think of it as an event. Okay, so that is what event workflow is a business logic. Data sources is your database. But see, nowadays not only your database, right? You are interacting with other microservice or third party APIs. So combining data stores, when I say data store, it's a NoSQL or SQL, or when I say data source, it is not only data store, it is other microservices also. So that's why we're trying to unify any interaction with the data store or other microservice as an abstraction called data source. Data source is where you go and get the data, or you'll just push the data. And workflow is your business logic. Event is your input to the your microservice. Okay, these three abstractions. Yeah.
And yes, this is where we make life easy for you. So, yes, so in short, summarizing, so Godspeed is aimed to make life easy for you as engineers and as product creators in startups. And it is also going to make your journey joyful and fast. And it will give your career a boost. You will learn a lot of these concepts. I'm sure many of you have not seen at least 50% of these terms in your life before. Okay, so you will, and no engineering college will give you this, let me guarantee you. This is coming after 20 years of our industry experience. This is real stuff you need in the world out there. Okay, so with Godspeed you will be on a fast track. Within 3 months you will be cracking interviews, let me say, and making products at Godspeed literally. So that's what we are aiming here. And we are here to help you out. So if you have any questions, like I said, reach out on the forum. All right. And
Sir,
yes.
so I just wanted to say something. Computers, the invention of computers was one revolution, and I think Godspeed is another. You have a lot of comments there thanking you for the session, and I'm sure
Wow.
you'll be able to see
Uh-huh.
them all.
Okay. Yes. Let me check. Wow.
This
Okay.
was
Yes.
absolutely
Mhm. Oh, that's
a
nice to listen
very
this. Kshitish,
wonderful
thank you so much.
discussion.
Yes. Mhm. Yes. Yes.
And
Absolutely. Yes. It is really useful. Yes. Hello. Yes, Samriddhi. Do we have an interruption here? Yes, thank you very much, Manvendra and Kshitij. If you have any questions, contact us on Discord. Neha, the video link you will find on our Godspeed channel on YouTube. Okay, and I will put these video links in the Hack the Mountains track. Go to our website and you will find everything on our website. Okay, godspeed.systems. Go to www.godspeed.systems and you will find everything you need there: documentation, videos, our channel, everything is there. So, yes. And yes, there are more comments coming. I'm a postman student teacher. It will be very understandable. Very nice, Kushal. Yes, it is very easy. Definitely, it should be very understandable for people to get started. Absolutely. That's what we're trying to do. And It's a great service to the developer community as well. And we want to create a system of partnership where we also, build this community together, and we can cater to thousands of startups and enterprises in the world. So students from all across India and the world can join us, learn Godspeed, and we can do a partnership for life where everybody earns together for life. That's what we want to do. Yes.
Definitely, sir.
So
Definitely. And I'm sure everyone, like, I'm just waiting to see this, how many people are enthusiastic about this, and they'll be using it in the upcoming hackathons.
yes, yes.
Oh,
Let's hope this session converts and we get at least, I would say, 100 entries or minimum 50 entries from Hack the Mountains. It will be lovely to meet all of you personally, and we are there for your guidance and support. Feel free to reach out to us. Samba, would you like to add anything to conclusion?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, just go on to our website, and if you have any questions, you can follow up us on Discord. We would like to happily answer your questions.
Yes. Okay.
okay. Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very
Thank you
much,
so much.
Samriddhi. Yes. All right,
I am so
everyone.
sorry. My
Okay.
own laptop and my devices are malfunctioning today. Maybe you can look at them later.
Yes, 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 no problem. That's fine, it works. All right, let's call it an evening. Thank you very much, everybody. Namaste. आप सबको. हाँ जी, जी. Thank you. So yeah, Samriddhi, shall we conclude?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.